Hey, what's up, world? It's your boy G Shrimp, everybody, favorite baby daddy, voice of the street, man. And today we finna be in Memphis with it, y'all. So I'd like to welcome everybody that's tuning in from the podcast over here at Spotify or wherever you get your podcast from, y'all. I also want to give a shout out to all our members that have joined the membership G Shrimp Club. That's Allison Brooks, my boy Noriega, one of the real ones left, Miss Christina Wilson, that's wifey, y'all. I also want to give a shout out to my girl Tanya Harris and my girl Miss Tiffany. Okay, alright, now check this out, right? So one of my subscribers asked me a question about this, and he was saying, G Shrimp, I want you to speak on what's happening with Finesse 2 times and why his concerts keep getting shot up. Well, my opinion is this, y'all. You get back what you put out in the world. You know what I mean? The energy you put out in the world, that's what you get out. Finesse clubs keep getting shot up, his concerts, is because he's attracting that negative energy. All he talking about is shooting, so who you think is coming to see his performance? Shooters. And when you get shooters in nightclubs, you got different organizations. Half of these guys in different organizations. And then they drinking. Opposition and alcohols do not mix. Then he on stage talking that gangster shit. It's only going to take a little while before it pop off. And the location of some of these clubs I've been watching, they pretty low class, run down, man. It's something bound to happen. And then the second thing is this. He's not showing no remorse after shit happened. You know, he get on live a day after the club to getting shot up. And he joking and cracking shit. He ain't said nothing like, I'm sorry for the club getting shot up, y'all. Sometimes you got to put out there what you want to happen, y'all. Speak it to existence. So instead of always talking shit sometimes, why don't you say, hey man, y'all know the club was shot up last night, man. You know, I want all my fans, when you come to the shows, leave your guns in the car, man. Don't come in here, man, and mess up our performance. You know, we trying to have a good time. I'm trying to give y'all a show. And whatever beef y'all got, continue that shit when y'all get on the street. That's what they need to hear, because they is listening to you, Finesse. They listening to you. These kids are fooled by what the fuck we say, even from the YouTubers to the rappers to everybody. So if you ain't taking no responsibility for what you putting out here, what you expect coming back? The same shit that sent Finesse to jail the first time. Only thing that happened better this time is rap has got much bigger since he left. Finesse was on his way last time, y'all. When he had that single Straight In, that shit was finna take off from then. And he went to one of these regular little concerts, and that bitch got shot up. And they said Finesse was doing the shooting, however, that he was responsible. However, the police connected it to him because they thinking like we see, hey nigga, you did this shit with that negative image you putting out. You know what I mean? Let's look at it like this. Look at Lil Baby. Baby talks slick about making money and everything. Rarely do he mention murder. So they mention they might do this and be fucking with them and stuff like that. But it's not all about shooting in his song. So guess what? His concerts are not getting shot up as much as Finesse's. Even Lil Durk. Do y'all know when Lil Durk first came out? He couldn't do no concerts in Chicago. Why? Because the police knew what was going to happen. The mayor and them, they like, no, the fuck you ain't. You can't do no concert in Chicago. Talking about this ain't what you want. When all we know the ops want you. No, so they didn't let Lil Durk perform in Chicago for a long time. The reason Lil Durk able to perform in Chicago now is because he outgrew the city, y'all. He outgrew the city. That's why he can perform in Chicago now. They even recognize him. Okay, now this boy global. He ain't local. He ain't finna come here and spit that drill rock and have these niggas come in here and just shoot up the whole place, and they go protect him more. That's when you get to levels of that shit. Like I told you, you got to stop also having your guys just on security with the guns. Who the fuck you think go do the shooting when shit pop off? You know what I mean? So people got to start growing up, man, and take accountability for the actions and shit that they create. Another thing that I don't really agree with when it comes to Finesse is the little kid that he's dragging around with him named King. You know, I don't know why he like this little boy so much. You know, I mean, I ain't saying he a bad kid. If he wasn't, you making him a bad kid. You know, this little motherfucker 10 years old, you got him gambling and shooting dice. You think that shit healthy? Really? So when he learn how to shoot dice so good, and the bigger he get in his career, well, he gonna be somewhere like take off and get shot at a dice game? For real? Then you saying shit like, I pay $5,000 a month for him to go to school. For what? Well, you the damn fool. They said a fool and his money will soon depart, y'all. And if you paying $5,000 a month for that little motherfucker to go to school and everything he learning from you, you are a goddamn fool. You might as well teach him your goddamn self. Ain't nothing but to get some books. You got 3 motherfucking wives that you tell it. Bitch, I want you to teach him. Teach him how to read. I want you to teach him how to write. All that ain't. All you have to do is block off everything and get his fucking attention. Sit down, open the books. You can buy the same books that they have at the school. You can purchase all that shit. And y'all can teach him. But you say you paying $5,000 a month to send him somewhere else. And that, I feel like this when it comes to that little boy. He got brothers and sisters. His mama in the hood, okay, she wasn't in the best position. You paid for him to come on the road with you or something, but you want to impress me, put the whole family up. How you think they feel looking at this boy 10 years old? Every time you see him, he flagging money. He got on more jewelry than they whole house costs. And they ain't getting nothing. They sitting there watching them on the internet, hungry than a motherfucker. He probably don't cash out him no money or do nothing for him because he ain't even on that level yet. He's not thinking. That's the type of shit you got to put in his head. Hey, little nigga, you know you 10 years old? Yeah. Do you know you able to take care of your mama, nigga? And let him know. Said, yeah, call your mama and tell her you finna cash up or something. And go get on the phone with your brother, man, and talk to your little brother. Man, make sure they got video games and TVs and everything they need in the house so they can feel comfortable too. So at least they in the ghetto, people up there that said, oh, that's King, little brother right there. He makes sure he good. He always got on nice clothes. But if they in the hood looking raggedy, I don't feel you doing nothing. I don't feel you doing nothing. You got to take care of your people, man, when you're out here. And then the energy that you put out, that's what's coming back. Same way with me in this show. I'm not putting out no negative energy, y'all. I say I'm everybody's favorite baby daddy. I mean that shit. And what I attract, good women that's YouTube baby mamas. Guys that want to learn something. Guys that want to hear me tell it. You know what I mean? The truth, because they know I'm going to speak the truth. I've been there, done that. Half the shit y'all going through, I done been through it already. I could tell you how that shit go in. You know, you think you're going to be a big time drug dealer and take care of shit forever? No, the fuck you're not. No, you're not. You know when a person told me, y'all, this was years ago. I swear to God, years ago, an old motherfucker told me, he said, you young motherfuckers selling drugs, and y'all don't know the name of the game. So I sit there, y'all, I'm young. I'm soaking up. First time in jail. And he just talking, so I'm really listening. He gets up, I say, you old bastard, bring your ass here. I said, you've been talking for damn near an hour and a half. You ain't told me the name of the game yet. He come back finally and said, the name of the game is get in and get out. Now, if half the drug dealers knew the name of the game, they would succeed more. See, everybody have a entry plan into the drug game, but nobody has the exit plan in the drug game. If you had an exit plan, you would succeed more. Because you'll be stacking, okay, man, you know what, next month, instead of buying $1 million worth of jewelry or $1 million worth of that shit, I'm going to go buy $1 million worth of abandoned houses and fix them up, or big buildings, and $1 million worth of real estate. And I'm going to jump from out of the drug game into the real estate game. You're supposed to try to clean up dirty money. And one thing you don't do, and this is what I learned, you never take clean money and make it dirty. You take dirty money and make it clean. You hear me? I'm going to say that again. You never turn clean money into dirty money. You turn dirty money into clean money. That's the mistake Young Thug them went through too. They had clean money and they dirty them up with that shit they doing on the street. Same thing Quando Rondo just did. Taking his clean money and making it dirty. Why the fuck are you selling drugs? If you got millions of dollars already, you connected to Young Boy, you say you can call him and he'll hit you with anything, you should be looking for business and shit to open. You know how the gang go in, so you need to be trying to lead these guys a better way. You got 18 niggas that's willing to sell drugs with you, they also willing to do anything else you do. Because if you leading them, hey, man, you know what? Next month, you buying your house. Next week, you go buy yours. I want all of your motherfuckers at the end of this week, you better own a fucking house. You start preaching that shit into these guys, they'll start doing it. And another thing, I always try to get a guy's game on this. I say, hey, you want to defeat the police? Get legal. That's the only thing go defeat the police, is you get legal. You ain't trying to take your clean money and make it dirty. You know what I mean? You don't want to do that. You stay clean and the police can't do nothing to you. It don't matter if they raid your house. It don't matter if they pull you over. As long as you legit, you alright. See, our problem is, y'all, when somebody even giving us good advice, we don't never want to take it. You know what I mean? We never want to take it. And I even sit back and listen at it too, y'all. I like taking advice, y'all. I love it. Because the hardest thing it is to do is take your own advice. You feel me? I'm going to say that again. The hardest thing it is to do is take your own advice. Now, I can sit here and give y'all good advice, but sometimes I need some my goddamn self. So I keep good friends and people around me. I might call a subscriber up and say, hey, man, you think I'm doing this right? You think I'm doing this right? You can always learn something from people, y'all. And if you ain't learning something from people that you talking to, you really don't need to be talking to them too much. When I'm communicating with somebody, I want to be educated on some shit. Yeah, I want to let somebody teach me how. Why you ain't got no screen up here, G? Why you ain't got that? I don't know how to work that. I'll show you how to do it. Oh, sure. Why you ain't got your name down there? I don't know how to do that. I'll show you how to do that. I keep telling y'all, I'm not really computer savvy like that, y'all. I just push record and keep it moving. But I'm still getting better because you're learning. You're learning. And Finesse, 2 times, man, he's just getting money. He's blinded by the money, y'all. The reason he didn't want his little brother around him so much, y'all, because his brother is the one motherfucker who would tell him the truth. So what he do? He damn near leave him at home. Now I heard him the other day on an interview say he's getting artists, and he said he got King and his brother. I hadn't seen his brother with him, but then again, yeah, because his brother had been performing some of his songs. So finally, somebody done told him, man, bring your brother back. Maybe mama finally said, boy, why you don't have him go with you? Fuck that shit. Don't leave him out. Family's supposed to stick together, y'all. For real. And especially when y'all getting money. Because even though family can be shady sometime, y'all, you can trust them to have your back, or at least if they don't do nothing else, tell you the truth. Whether they hating on your ass or not, they'll tell you the truth. You know what I mean? I'm for real, y'all. Life is too short. For real, life is too short. For you know, you'll look up and you in your 50s and you need a motherfucking job. You need a motherfucking job. I look at some of these old guys, I be like, damn, boy, you need a job, huh? They ain't working. They got to, because they tired of going to jail. Motherfuckers is tired of going to jail. Or maybe we just didn't learn. You know, I only had to bump my head a few times before I got it. When I went down there, y'all, and they started talking about modern day slavery, that is true. Because I was on them work camps, y'all, and they worked you like a goddamn Hebrew slave. And the best part about it is you get used to it. Because it's creating some type of work in you. We ain't never did no fucking work. You know what I mean? So when we get out there, start using lawnmowers and rakes and all this shit, like, damn, you cut down a whole motherfucking forest. You like, damn, that shit ain't bad. I cut down 82 goddamn trees today. Shit, damn. I wonder how much you get paid on the street if I cut down a damn tree. You know, we got to start creating jobs for ourselves and shit, y'all. Sometimes when you help a person too much, you make a poor hustler out of them. That's what the OGs used to tell me. You make a poor hustler out of them. You guys hanging around big time rappers and shit, and you know people like their videos and hearing shit. Maybe you need to create you a YouTube channel and call it the Finesse this, Finesse that. I'm not talking about you, Finesse. I'm talking about your crew that's around you. You know, call it Finesse Gang TV, some shit like that, and let them eat. Nothing drives a man like his own fucking money. You hear me? That create a good man when you got your own money and you don't have to ask nobody for shit. When you have to constantly ask somebody for shit, it makes you weak. Do you know how much pride, ladies, it is when a man has to swallow it and ask a woman for some shit? Now, if you just a poop butt, okay, cool. You a pimp and that's what you do, okay, cool. We talking about men that are solid and trying to do something and may fall short a few dollars and have to ask his wife or somebody. Maybe not wife, because when you get a wife, y'all pretty much locked in. But let's just say some chick you fucking with. You ask her for something. You had to swallow a lot of pride. And whether she said yes or no, you still had to do it. To the point every time he had to do that shit, and then if she the type of woman that's go talk shit to him, he get used to hearing that shit. Sometimes you got to man up and do shit yourself, y'all. You know, they always say, you want something done right, do it yourself. Y'all don't see, I got no motherfucking assistance, y'all. I do all this shit by myself. All this shit by myself. That's why I appreciate my subscribers. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that subscribe button. That's why I appreciate everybody that come on here, y'all. Everybody that leave a comment. I read all comments, all that, because I appreciate the fan and the support. I appreciate that. It ain't nobody else. It's just me. So I be reading the comments. Okay, cool. When y'all see that little heart, y'all already know I read that shit. Sometimes people get on here and talk crazy. Okay. Sometimes I'm in the mood, feel like I entertain that bullshit. For the most part, I don't. I won't even entertain certain bullshit. But certain things I do have to pay attention to. I'll be like, damn. People call me all the time, want know my opinion on this, my opinion on that. Well, there it is on Finesse. If this all you talk about is shooting, who you think coming to these shows? The shooters. The shooters coming to the show because they want to sit and talk shit with you. But you can give them advice while you're talking on the mic. You can give them advice on the internet. All this shit. But it's like nobody want to do it, y'all. Nobody want to do it. It's like every man for himself and nobody give a fuck. Money is the root of all evil. So what y'all think is happening out here when money is involved? You know, some of these people, you got to kind of forgive them because they ain't used to shit. That's why you see them, they jump out the window. $1 million car. You got a car that costs $1 million. Motherfucker, everybody in your family better be straight. I mean, every motherfucker. I ain't talking about distant cousin just became your cousin because you got fame. I'm talking about motherfuckers that lived in the house with you. You had a sister, brother, and a cousin that stayed with you. I'm talking about all of them. Mom and father, all of them. Even if you had a sister that was over east sometime with a different daddy, her too. You got $1 million card, fuck that. You make sure they straight. And I ain't talking about just giving them money. I'm talking about like, hey, since I give you $100,000, why don't you buy that laundromat on the corner? You know what I mean? Why don't you buy that gas station down the street? You and your boyfriend, y'all could run that motherfucker. You don't have to keep trying to work for other people. You know, we at the stage now where we can be our own boss. Do you know some of you young rappers, y'all do not need record labels. Y'all don't need them. Y'all make your own music. You can get your own beats. You put it out on your own. They even let you upload this shit to any platform you want. Hell, you hot enough, they picking your shit up before you even contact them. Like my shit, I always been, y'all hear me holler out podcasts from Spotify and Anchor TV. And that motherfucker on every network that show a podcast. I didn't even know it. Sometimes you will outgrow shit before you even know it. You know, I got a subscriber always tell me, a good friend of mine, Shrimp, you're getting YouTube famous. I said, no, I'm not. Yes, you are. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. I said, no, I'm not. See, stand on it. Yes, you are. I mean, like, God damn it. I don't want to hear that shit. But it's true. Sometimes you can attract. You know, I done met good women on here, but I done met some cuckoos too, y'all. Y'all, G-Shrimp fans, y'all know. Y'all trust me, y'all know. We ain't gonna speak on it, but y'all know. Y'all see me with my mask in here. We ain't gonna go there, but you feel me? Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, man. We trying to get to 10,000. We almost at 10,000, y'all. We steady moving up on the road to that, on the road to 10,000 subscribers. I would suggest some of you young guys, instead of trying to be out in the street and you talking your shit, disrespecting niggas and trying to rush them to kill you, won't you pick up the camera and tell a good story or something? You'll be surprised how many people would want to hear that story. And you go get better at it. You go get better at it. You're going to get better at it. Just keep doing it. Before you know it, motherfucker will be paying you to do it. And you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised the level of money that's in this shit. You know, and I'm just starting to get to it. I ain't even got there yet, y'all. But you can see it growing already. I can see it growing already. Now, sometimes you might need an ego, y'all. But you need to be humble too. Ain't nothing wrong with popping your shit. But you want to be humble about it too. People are attracted to confidence, y'all. That's what they're attracted to. When a motherfucker ain't got no money, but he's confident, he can get a woman too. Don't mean he got to have a nice car and all that. He's so confident, woman be like, I'll pick you up, nigga. Yeah. You feel me? So, man, y'all leave in the comment. Let me know what y'all think about Finesse 2-time. And then this, let me know what y'all think about the little boy that's running with him. If you ask me, I really don't like it, y'all. You know, I don't like it because I see him, they teaching the boy wrong. That boy fuck around and have a body before he 14. You know what I mean? That's all they teach them is negative shit, ghetto shit, you know. I seen them shooting dice. I was like, what the fuck? I ain't never shot dice a day in my fucking life, y'all. You know, what the fuck I'm gambling with my money for? So you telling me I'm gonna drop $20 down here, roll this shit against the wall. If the number ain't right, you gonna keep my money? No, I don't think that's a game I wanna play. No, I wanna keep my money. I want to double my money. I don't want to, you know, although you can double it in dice, but you can lose it too. Because that shit is just lucky, y'all. People can talk that shit, boy, I can hit him in the... No, you ain't. You just luck hitting. That's it. It's not no skill in that shit. It's not no skill in that. Maybe you can learn how to set the dice and you figure, yeah, I roll this bitch it up. Okay, well, if that's what you want to do, I look at it like this. A young boy, 10 years old, should be having fucking fun. Not on a pool table shooting no damn dice. I ain't seen that little boy at Great America yet, y'all. I ain't seen him at no carnival, nowhere. I ain't seen him come to the school and buy the school books, none of that shit. All we see is negative energy. And I was joking last time, but I was serious, Finesse. I said this, don't no motherfucker want to see no little killer in training. If you think people come to your shows to see a little killer in training, you crazy as hell, boy. You crazy as hell. I don't understand how you can be in these concerts and shit. Don't think when them people show up, they won't ask you that damn question. People start losing their license, be like, you had a little boy in the club, 10 years old, when that motherfucker was shot up, and boy, listen, you do not want them people in your business. You need to straighten up and fly right. Then Finesse, y'all, has fell out with my guys from Mob Ties. Okay, well, Junior them, I can understand that. Fuck Junior them, you know. That Junior them can do what they do, but Mob Ties, you know, they just, you know, they went down there and let that boy die, man. I ain't forgiving them for that shit. I ain't forgiving them for that shit there, you know, because I think it could have been prevented. You know, they should have secured that boy better. Ain't no way I have people in my city out somewhere late like that and putting them in harm's way. I'm going to make sure they straight. You know, sometimes people just be wanting to do too much. You know what I mean? Too much. And for out of all the Migos, y'all, out of all the fucking Migos, this the one die? Really? I bet you if you asked a blind motherfucker, man, one of them Migos got killed. I bet he go now. Kramer? No, not him. Offset? No. Takeoff? Are you serious? Takeoff? Yeah. How the fuck that happened? How the coolest motherfucker in the group died, y'all? The one that ain't confrontational at all. But the big mouth motherfucker talking shit that entertained that bullshit, he left the shooting without a scratch on him. And I know that shit gonna hurt Cravo to know. Man, I did that. Yeah, you didn't pull the trigger, but you did that. Now, it'll never be no more Migos, y'all, because it's supposed to be 3. The 3 amigos. And now, it's only 2. You know? I wish they could fix that shit, y'all, but it's too late. You know, it's too late. It's done and over with. That's why I be trying to tell you young cats. Once your life is done, so if you playing with it and you go somewhere and you get shot and killed, teasing the ops online, that's your fault, bro. That's your fault. Motherfucker really need to stop playing and listen sometime. You hear me? Your boy G Shrimp, everybody favorite baby daddy, voice of the street. I'ma plant you now. Dig you later. I'm out.